and he jumped full speed at me, put me in the pool. He was me in the pool. I couldn't get up. He was putting me under the pool. He was just pushing me back like this, and then he was pushing me back. Then he was me.
Well, my girlfriend caught him. Look at her sexually. I put my hands on him. Yes, I did. This man, I'm a grown man. He's a little boy. But at the end of the day, he didn't have no right to sit there and keep doing what he was doing. He was wrong.
On Sunday, July 13th, 2025, officers with the Wildwood Police Department were dispatched to the Cypress Commons apartment complex on Huey Street after multiple callers reported an adult choking a child inside the community pool. When Officer Massell arrived and made contact with the 13-year-old victim, the story only grew more disturbing.
I don't even a grown man.
How old is he?
Okay, can I bring you over here and chat with you for a few minutes about what happened?
And
What's your name?
The daughter that he was playing with, that's the witness.
Okay, I'm gonna have Officer Gomez chat with her. Okay. My name's Officer Marslow. You can call me Bristy. I'm just gonna chat with you over here. Got a lot of people out playing today. If you want to chat with her, she was a witness over there. So, what's going on, man?
So the whole time we were in the pool, we were just having fun. So we was playing this little game, all of us. It was me, him, just all the kids. We was playing this little game. So we was playing, we was slapping each other. And you can ask her, it was no offense, it was no harm in it. But I guess I tried to slam her, and then like her dad thought that I was too rough for her, and then her mom had came in and stepped in. So I was playing with her mom a little bit, and then he jumped full speed at me, put me in the pool. He was me in the pool.
You mad cause your wife and your daughter like black people. Oh, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Suck a dick.
Couldn't get up. He was putting me under the pool. He grabbed me by like I don't even know what, cause I ain't had no shirt, so he just grabbed me by my thing. He pulled me to the concrete where these steps at and was scraping my neck against the concrete, saying, "Tell me something." And then that's when he got behind me. He started choking me, and I could not breathe.
Can I see this?
Huh?
Like this?
Huh?
Go like this? What happened on your elbow?
I got scraped by concrete.
Turn around. Where on your neck?
He was just pushing me back like this, and then he was pushing me back. Then he was choking me. I couldn't even breathe the whole time.
Do you know who this person is?
His name Dakota. I don't know his last name though.
Upon arrival, Officer Massell made contact with 13-year-old Caleb, a boy who just minutes earlier had been at the community pool, horseplaying with his friends, when the boyfriend of one of the girl's mothers decided the game had gone too far. According to Caleb, the man had sprinted across the pool deck.
Never mind. He looked like never mind. He looked
of
like
one of the girls.
Oh yeah, he want to be a wizard. Never mind. He want to be a wizard. Never mind. This okay. I thought this was something. Nah, he just mad because somebody touching his girl. That's all.
Mothers decided the game had gone too far.
Because he looked like a big 13-year-old, his damn self. You big overgrown ass, little ass boy, sit your ass down. He should have called the whole, he should have left the pool, went round the corner, got his little homeboy. They should have jumped your little stupid ass.
Far. According to Caleb, the man had sprinted across the pool deck fully clothed, jumped into the water, and gotten his hands on him, holding him underwater, him against the concrete pool wall multiple times, and choking him for nearly a minute in front of a group of screaming kids. As the officer continued questioning the boy, things only grew more bizarre.
Do you know who's his daughter?
She's right there. Well, that's not really his daughter, that's his stepdaughter, but...
This girl right here?
Yes.
And he thought that you were hurting her?
Yeah, too hard for her, but you can ask her. She knew it was a joke.
Where's her dad at?
That's not her dad, but I don't know where he is. He won't come outside. My whole family tried to get him to come outside. He won't come outside.
Go hang out with Mom, okay? Where does he live?
He's just the clubhouse.
One of your officers.
Is there a reason you're sitting on your knees? Let me see your hands. All right, you can stand up. What's going on?
Some kid went underneath the pool and looked at my or whatever you want to say, stepdaughter, because I'm in a relationship with her.
Okay.
And he went underneath the pool and he caught her. Well, my girlfriend caught him in the mid-process of trying to, like,
449.
look at her and, like, probably potentially touch at her.
I'm looking at.
Who saw that?
The kid in the red shorts with no shirt on over there. His name's Caleb.
1012.
And that's the only...
She in the back like, no, you lying. Her acting like, it almost bothered her as soon as he started talking.
No, who saw that? You said somebody.
Everybody. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't got nothing to lie. Everybody did.
Yeah,
All
I
of
was
them.
there too, which is why when
I'm gonna have you go with Gomez.
I went
Away from us though. So go ahead.
I know how this all goes.
That's awesome. I mean, so finish your story. So you were told by your girlfriend that he was attempting to inappropriately touch her?
Yes. And like look at her and all this other stuff.
What does that mean to
He
look
went
at
under
someone?
the water, and he would only do it underneath the water.
Okay.
He won't do it above the water where me and her can see him. And he's done it like throughout the whole day.
Okay.
And I brought it to her attention, and she got in the pool, and he went underneath the water again to do the same thing, and she caught him. And that's when she's like, "Hey, I'm here," da 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 da, and like caught him in in the mid action of it. So what do? I'm supposed to defend them with my heart, with my life. I'm supposed to protect her daughter and her son and her. So when they were being targeted, I stepped in. And I even told him if he wanted to go get his daddy, go get your daddy. You know, at the end of the day, you're wrong for what you're doing. You're sitting here like doing shit and like looking at her like she's a piece of
Well, did he touch her at all, or he was
yes,
just
yes, yes.
Did he today?
Yes. I probably won't tell you. It'd probably be in a little. I was playing. That's what he said.
And did you observe anything?
Yes, I did. I was over there all day. Yes,
and you observed him touch her inappropriately?
Yes.
What did you observe him?
Go underneath the water and like pick her up and like her. But you don't need to pick somebody up by like going up behind their thighs and
so like
just like down low.
When Officer Massell made contact with the man later identified as 24-year-old Dakota Lee Henry, the encounter got off to a strange start, and within long, the first cracks in his story began to show.
Yeah.
He was grabbing her thighs or her
there, just like all the way around there.
Well, you're a grown enough person to know what the anatomy on a body is, so use the anatomy. You don't have to. Don't grab me.
Well, all this right here.
So the upper thighs.
Yes, ma'am.
But not the or the.
I can't say.
But you didn't.
I wasn't under the water to see it.
So you didn't see him touch her.
I couldn't say.
Her private areas.
I couldn't say. Again, I can't
well,
see
you can say if you saw it or not.
But if above the water, I can. But underneath the water, I can't.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you again. Did you observe him touch her inappropriately on her any of her private parts? Did you observe it with your eyes? Maybe one time today.
He grabbed her above her.
Above her ass or her ass?
Above her ass. It's
okay, so
close enough.
Here we go. Let's focus.
So should it be touching another like that?
Look, I'm not trying to judge. I'm trying to get on the same page as you.
I already know what your job is. It's to get my story and to get their story.
So you understand above the
It's not. I know.
Is the lower back. That's what is a private area? Can you tell me?
The private area would be.
Okay. Okay. What else on a woman is a private area? Did you observe him touch any of those areas?
Would you count the lower back?
That is not. So that's not any of the areas you just described to me as anatomy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's continue on. All that occurred today, and then tell me the rest. What else went down?
I left. I turned around and left. I got tired of seeing the same kids. It's funny how all those kids won't go over there and do the same thing that he was doing. Only him though.
So nothing else occurred between you and this? You didn't speak with him or anything like that, or go or get in the water?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. I put my hands on him. Yes, I did. Yes, man, I'm a grown-ass man. He's a little boy. Yes, but at the end of the day, he didn't have no right to sit there and keep doing what he was doing. He was wrong.
Okay.
And he knows he was wrong. Okay. And yes, I will put my hands behind my back. I already know I'm under arrest.
I'm still talking to you right now.
But I know at the end of the day how this is going to end. This is not my first rodeo. That I am going to jail. And that is fine. That is perfectly fine. The only thing I request is that the truth. So that way I can go ahead and fulfill my head with what is to come when I get there.
Okay, that's great. So, did you run from us? Did you?
No, I did not run. Okay. I ran to the house after the incident, and I came here and I sat here and waited for you guys. I don't need to run. I have a truck and everything. I could have jumped in my truck and left and go all the way to Orlando, but I didn't.
Okay.
And I'm not going to. Again, I'm not going to run from what I did.
I'm going to read this just because I have to. So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. With that in mind, are you wanting to answer any questions that I have?
No, ma'am.
You don't want to?
Anything that I say will be used against me, like you just said, in a court of law. So it's best that I say nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna have you turn around. I'm gonna.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to just? Let's have you come sit right here with Officer Lyons while he runs you. Just have a seat right here for me, okay?
Can I stand?
No, I'd rather you sit. You seem pretty limber. Look at that. That's good. You got him?
According to Dakota, Caleb had been looking at his stepdaughter, but when the officer pushed for the details that would actually make any of that criminal, Dakota contradicted himself out loud. He clearly thought he had already told his story well enough to walk away from it. But his own girlfriend, the mother of the girl he was claiming to have defended, was about to give her own statement to officers, and her version of the afternoon didn't have a lot in common with his.
Okay.
Hi.
So what we got?
So basically, what she's telling me is the same thing the daughter said. Her friend was playing with her, grabbed her by the legs, and was of course playing around. She didn't like that because of her daughter's situation in the past for getting by another boy who was like
Understandable.
a friend like that as well. And so she kind of just jumped in the pool and was like, "Hey, like, what's like, what are you doing?"
Kind of. So, and then he like didn't get to her. He got to me first. To where when he came up, he was like, "Oh," and I was just like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm not Avril. Like, you wanna?"
That's your daughter's name?
Yes, Avril. Yes. And so and then Caleb, literally instead went down and he like picked me up by the legs, like to slap me more. I don't know if he just thought it was a joke or he just thought I was part of the horseplay. But the moment he saw me was when he jumped in.
Okay. So at any point did he touch her inappropriately on her?
To be honest, I didn't see any, and half of it literally between them all like horse playing around. I didn't see it, and no disrespect, but it's not like you can see what goes on.
No, and I understand that, but it's a question I have to ask. If you observed any type of inappropriate touching,
do I think
on your daughter's
like too close or too touchy-feely? Yes, but according to them, that they're just playing around. And
at any point did you see him touch any of your daughter's
areas?
private areas?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. Just hang tight with her for me. What did Avril say?
She did the same thing that her friend and her were just playing around, and it was all a joke. It was nothing serious or anything like that. That's just how they play, and she's very close with Caleb.
So she didn't say that he...
No, nothing.
Okay. If you want to get her ID, you run her.
That's why you got it. That's why you gotta. I cannot address this. You got the children, man. You gotta be very careful on the description of horseplay because at the end of the day, especially uh young teens, t- 12, 13, 14, really 11, really 11, really should start at like 11. They get the they get to wondering and they get to trying shit. They especially if it's a neighborhood and they run around the neighborhood and you trust them to run outside in the neighborhood and you know 11. I'm just saying 11, 12, 13. I was doing all type of shit. So it's just the truth of the matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just the truth of the matter, bro. 11, 12, 13. You trying to get into all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is why you got to define horseplay with your child because you know situation like this. You may got a boyfriend. You may have uh told him, defined to him in some things, and told him some things about what went on in the past. And if you got kids, you might have described what happened and whoop the whoop. Now if you and the friend, if you and your friend is really serious and talking about maybe eventually marriage or you plan to be with this person a long time, they are obligated to feel like they need to defend whatever situation that somebody else may not know about. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe this was just a case of this was just a case of I believe this was just a case of uh, justifying which action was really being taken place. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of a lot of ideas was misled in the situation. If that makes sense, you see what I'm saying? I believe that because of past history and what was said between behind closed doors, shit like that. I think this would play the whole part of this situation. At first it started, I thought it was some other shit, but looking at everybody here, um, I think it was misinterpreted. I think the horseplay was just misinterpreted. You know what I mean? Now on his hand, uh, don't know what made him think he can just jump in the pool and just go crazy like that on a kid. That's crazy. That was wild. I don't know what was his reasoning or what what brought him to do that, but yeah, that definitely is not okay with nobody. I ain't fucking with that. I ain't fucking with that at all. But I do see where you know what I'm saying. I do see what happened, where the mishap happened. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I do see where things can be blurred. I do see where the lines could be blurred in this situation. Now the jumping in the pool thing and doing all, that was great. But where I can see where maybe the lines could have been blurred at, I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
If it wasn't already painfully clear, it certainly became clear when even Avril, according to the stepdad, the girl he had tried to protect, didn't see the boy's actions as any big deal and thought he'd overreacted big time. And one thing was for sure, the boy's mom wouldn't just let this incident slide.
So at this point, what is it you're wanting to see done? Are you wanting to press?
Absolutely, because that don't make no sense. I'm sorry.
Is he able to write a statement for me as to what occurred?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you present?
No, I was in the house.
Okay.
Just left the pool, and the crazy thing about it is they was just playing all day long. He even gave my son popsicles.
Okay.
So I'm not understanding why.
No prior history with
Never. I never had any problems out here.
Okay. Alrighty. Ms. Avril, are you able to write a statement as to what occurred today?
Yeah, I can literally explain to you the whole thing.
I know we have to request a written statement. You don't have to.
Yeah,
it's your choice. Okay.
I can write one.
Right, I'm gonna just get some paperwork, okay? So I'm gonna give each of you a piece of paper. I'm gonna get you pens. I'm gonna explain to you, okay? I only want the facts as to what occurred today with this incident. Nothing like you've had, you know what I mean? Nothing from the past.
Yeah.
Just what occurred today. If you need more room than this, please come to one of the officers and we'll get you another sheet. We don't want you to write in the back, okay?
Do you want me to write on how it happened? Like what
Just
happened?
what occurred today, like what you told me over here.
Okay.
Okay? You're going to put your name and your birthday, and then you can have, if you know it, your address and your phone number, okay? All right. Welcome to shift. I got to still get the other girl's name. I've got both the kids' writing statements. Did anybody give you the...
Maybe I'm very brief. I told you because I don't know much. I came up like out of Miranda.
Right. So when I came up and approached him, first of all, he was on his knees, like this. Got up. Basically, I asked him what happened. He told me that he basically has been watching all day. Caleb, the little boy, touch Avril, his stepdaughter, inappropriately all day. Yeah, well, it's his girlfriend's daughter. He calls her his stepdaughter. So they all live together. He said that he's been watching Caleb touch her inappropriately all day, and I said, what do you mean inappropriately? And he said, like the thighs. So I said, at any point did he touch her private parts? Well, he touched her thighs. I said, so I specified and clarified what private parts were. And then I asked him, did he touch any of those parts? He said, well, he touched her above the. So no, he did not. Hey, thank you, buddy. I'll be with you in just a second, okay?
Let me know if you can read it. I can read it.
Okay. It looks pretty good. So he said no, none of those areas were touched. But and then I said, okay, so what else happened? And he said I put my hands on him. At that point.
Is that kid that come over here? He put his hands on him?
Yeah, he put his hands on that kid.
Or just walk over here?
Yeah. At that point, I read Miranda, and he declined to answer any further questions. Mom wants to press charges.
In the end, Dakota Lee Henry was arrested and charged with cruelty, abuse without great bodily harm, and transported to the Sumter County Detention Center on a $15,000 bond. During the investigation, Avril's mother told officers something Dakota had failed to mention. He had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and he was not taking his prescribed medication. She had known him for a total of 3 months. He had been living in her home with her children for 2. The 13-year-old boy in that pool had been Avril's best friend for over 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's why you gotta. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell too. You know, they good, good. He think he a wigger. You know what I'm saying? Um, you can't. You can't. You can't. You can't just. You can't just. You can't. You. It's ways to handle shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't really bring race into this situation because I can see that this wasn't a racial thing. Like I said, you know, it was a whole lot of stuff that was told to him, a whole lot of stuff that he understood that happened. So evidently 3 months, you know, you moving him in your career, evidently, you know, you didn't express a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So now he feeling, you know, too obligated in each and every way. You get what I'm saying? I get that, bro. I understand that 100%. You know what I'm saying? But situation like that, man, kid on kid, um, you know, especially when you 2, 3 times the age, you know, you got to can't can't just take it upon the action and just go crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you don't know exactly, especially if your daughter, your stepdaughter, whoever ain't saying like, yo, this person did this person keep doing that every time we play. You know, if it ain't no shit like that, and you just taking it upon yourself in your own head to think it's that way, you know what I'm saying? Because a mom jump in and you know they now he horse playing with the mom, and then, you know now you basically now you acting just on your feelings, you know, and it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. That's the problem. Y'all be acting on y'all feelings so much till that shit ruin y'all. Y'all act on y'all feelings so much, gang. That shit ruined this. That shit ruined men as a whole. Like that shit ruined motherfuckers, man. But you know what a motherfucker, you know what they like, you know what they like to call motherfuckers who control their feelings as men. Oh, he pussy. Oh man, Oh man, he a simp. Oh man, he soft. Oh man, Oh man, he be on some other shit. No, 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 stupid ass. I know how to control this shit. I know what's going. I know how to move. I know how to move and move in and move out doing all these crazy situations, man. That's why you got wrapped up in the entanglement because you don't know how to move in and out of this shit. That's why you got wrapped up in the entanglement. I can't get wrapped. You know what I'm saying? I know how I got to get it in. I got to get in and get out of this shit. Yeah, I got the bag in and I got the bag out of this shit. Or I got the bag in and motherfucking whip out of this motherfucker. I ain't shit just pulling in this motherfucker. Don't care in the world. Getting blocked in? Hell no. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Won't be none of that. Won't be none of that. I assure you. Yeah, so I feel like it was just wrong, wrong judgment. And like I say, if he really is on some medicine, then yeah, it's wrong judgment, wrong mindset, gang. Your ass need to stay out. You need to stay out the apartments because they probably do something to you. Yeah, you go in the wrong apartments with that shit, they gonna do something to you, gang. So tell you right now, yeah, I better go back to your ass better go back to that picket fence and goddamn them 1.5 acres. Wrong judgment. Wrong judgment. You might not make it out the next one.